Welcome to Hollywood Wayz. I'm Doug Ellen.
Breezy, back at it.
We got Ted Foxman in the booth when he is called upon to give us some exciting information. But Breezy, big news is Coop
is alive.
Coop is alive, and it's been like, listen, I'm not good at this shit, and I don't know about social media, but you've kind of had to pretend like you can't, not pretend. You haven't been able to talk about where your character at. Is that irritating? Are people coming up to you on the street?
No, it wasn't, but it was just, it was very hard because I'm just not a liar. And it just was very hard to just keep lying to people. But my showrunner, Nkechi Carroll, was very adamant that you guys will not spoil this. You guys will not spoil what's going on.
You know what's amazing is that they really didn't know, because I have.
Yeah, I'm so proud.
And this show's a little strange because the demographics that are watching it, my old friends in New York are watching this show obsessively, and they're all like, is Coop alive? And I'm like sitting there like, I really can't tell. Like, is it really possible in 2021 that the word was not out? But it really wasn't. They did a good job.
That's what I'm saying. I'm proud of, really just the people, because even people seeing us on the street or seeing us filming, nobody managed to say anything that got, worldwide attention. You know what I mean? So I'm really proud, and our cast for hiding it. They're like, no pictures of her, not her car, not her trailer. And I'm like, I just did my best to stay out of everybody's way.
And then, so for anyone who's not watching CW's All American, which is also on Netflix and is a huge show, Breezy's character got shot, and we didn't know between seasons, kind of like who shot JR back in the day, which Breezy probably won't know that recommendation, that thing from Dallas. But we went to your house to watch the screening of the premiere. And, we've talked a little bit about this podcast. I'm an emotional guy. I'm not being funny. I'm watching this show, and they cut to you, like, with tubes in you. I got, like, it was uncomfortably weird. And the entire party kind of did. Like, we were all having a good time, and all of a sudden it was like, holy shit. So what's it like shooting that?
I never want to see myself in those positions. So even filming it was just like, it was a little weird because it was what if, this is what it feels like. And I think people that are actually going through it, you don't know what's happening. But because I was alive and conscious, I knew everything. They're pumping on me, and I'm like, oh my God, not really the best time, honestly.
And you also,
made me emotional.
The show was really good, but you had the best moment of the show. And you played this. The thing about it is, I know a lot of people have DM'd me, oh, Breezy, how does she get so lucky? And your luck, I believe, is that you have this gift and you have this talent. And on that show, immediately in this scene, basically, she was shot and her best friend is coming to see if she's okay. And she wakes up and pretends she has no idea who he is.
Like I lost my memory.
Was that in the script?
Yeah. It was in the script.
And, did you think about how you're going to play this for laughs? Because you killed it. Because you tricked me, by the way. I was like, oh, my God, they're going to go with like
I feel like even in normal life, I do shit all the time like that, and I fake it, and I just bust out of it. I get Chris all the time with shit like that. And she's like, stop doing this to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's so funny to see how people are really going to react if something's really going on. And you seen Spencer. It was like, no. It's me. Like,
well, you killed it.
Yeah,
I loved
thank
it.
You.
So, and at that party, which we had a good time, my daughter was with us, and you commented that you liked the necklace that she was wearing. So I got you the necklace today. So I brought it for you, and that's not for any reason. But can I tell you what my morning was this morning?
I love this. Thank you, by the way.
You're welcome. And
do you know how long I've been wanting this?
No, but
I just couldn't find it. No, it's been before that.
By the way, I hope it's the right one. You didn't open it yet. I'm praying I got the right one. Uh-oh. Yeah, is it? It better be.
Let me see.
We are opening it live on...
It's the right one.
All right,
it's
nice.
the right one.
Well...
Thank you so much.
But, so this morning, I put it in... I just put it in the front hall closet near where I walk out the door. Mm-hmm. My girlfriend opened it and found it, okay? And I know nothing about jewelry or stores. I guess this designer... She's got a hot store on Melrose, Vivian Westwood, and people like it. So my girlfriend found it and thought it was for her, which of course is
sorry, Sarah.
Yeah, which of course is uncomfortable. Then I'm like, no, it's for Breezy. So then my girlfriend says, which I want to talk to you about, Ted, if you want to weigh in on this. She said, and it, honestly, it was not a jealous or a weird thing.
Yeah,
Breezy's engaged, and I'm way too old for her anyway. But she said, do you think you could get in trouble? Because everyone's worried about getting in trouble for everything. Like, do you think it's inappropriate to give someone you work with, a piece of jewelry? And I was like, for a second, I was like, Jesus Christ, is there anything in this
That I
life
can
that you
do.
can do?
Yeah.
But what's your thought? Like, is there any weird?
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think it wasn't something you thought of. It was something you seen that I said that I was interested in that your daughter had. And you're like, oh, she knows where to get it. We'll grab it on the way type.
So if I just start showering random jewelry on you, though, that might be weird. Like,
showering, yeah. You know what though? I don't know if when Chris hears this, she'll probably remember. But I had a director one time, and this director only wore red lipstick. So, like, when she wrapped the episode, I went and bought her the red lipstick that she wears. Because, like, you can't have enough of it.
Right.
And I know Chris is like, you're buying lipstick for somebody? Chris is in the booth. You remember that, babe? You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
How could she forget?
No, but it was the same.
I didn't know why she was buying it though. I was like, why is she buying red? I thought she was like, oh, maybe she wanted me to wear red lipstick, and then she was like,
So her and Sarah have had the same moment.
Right.
And but I was like, no, like, but that was just a kind gesture. This lady wore tracksuits, and her name is Erica.
Yeah.
Dope director. She wore
We'll
tracksuits.
never forget.
Adidas tracksuits and red lipstick.
Well, I'm gonna fuck with Sarah a little bit now. Every day I'm just
And
gonna
you
be
know
like,
how I feel. I've had a recent traumatic experience in my own relationship, giving gifts that went awry. Doug was there for that
you
conversation.
want to tell us or no?
I'm going to tell you. I have a person in my life who helps me with my projects immensely, and as a thank you, I went out and bought this person a very nice watch. They are a female.
By the way, he's over now. I fucked up. I just bought you a little necklace. He got watches. All right.
Yeah, well, I don't want to make you feel bad about your gift choices. So, I bought this watch for her, and she couldn't accept it for reasons of corruption or her business that won't allow her to accept gifts from clients. Cool. I then attempted to give that watch to my wife to say, "Hey, we have it, and
Like a
I'd love
hand-me-down.
for you to have it." It was never owned or worn by the.
But it wasn't purchased
But
for
the
her.
It was not
The thought
purchased
was
for my
for
wife,
someone
but
else.
it's a very nice watch that most people on
Was
the
it a
planet
Rolex?
Earth would love to get. It was a Rolex.
Wow.
I mean, sorry. I'm sorry. Like, my gift looks like shit now.
I'm
by
sorry.
the way,
I
A,
didn't- I
and
can't
B,
help the way you're.
B, I
you're a
want to
gift
hear the
giver.
end of your story. But if Breezy didn't like this necklace and I took it back, I said, no, Sarah, Breezy thought it was a piece of shit, but here she would probably not take it. So
Yeah.
what
But
happened with yours?
it was a Rolex. I attempted to give it to my wife. My wife dismissed that gesture out of hand and said, "No, thank you." And now I'm stuck with this Rolex that I'm going to be donating to charity.
I'll
Chris
wear
will
it.
take it, and
I'll wear
Breezy
it.
will take
Yeah,
it.
I mean, at this point, Ted owes
Hey,
me a
you've
gift.
gotten enough gifts. It's not even your birthday.
I got one gift. You didn't get me a gift for my birthday. Remember, you left it in Greece.
Oh.
So
Not
not
good.
true. Come on.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to start fucking with Sarah because I like to do what you do. I like to play games, and I'm going to start saying little things to Sarah like, yeah, I'm just going to go meet Breezy for coffee, or, Breezy and I, we're just going
Or
to
step
jet
out-
off to Paris.
Step out of the house.
We're just going to jet out to Paris
we
real
thought
quick.
we just figured we'd go to Paris and brainstorm.
Yeah. I mean, we got some great ideas for the podcast.
But we need some privacy.
Yeah.
We can't, it's LA, the traffic, we can't seem to catch each other.
Oh, but it was really
Sarah
funny.
would fucking leave.
Oh, but anyway, it's good stuff. And we're not going to do a movie today because we got a guest. Last night, about a couple of weeks ago, I posted a thing about Ted Lasso, which is a great show, winning all the Emmys, and screwed my football show over. But then Mo, who's the goaltender, Jeudy-Lamour, who's the goaltender on Ted Lasso, posted that he got into acting because of Entourage, so I wanted to bring him on, and I thought that was cool. So we're going to bring him on, but when we come back, I want to talk about a little food of the week.
What you got?
All right, welcome back. It's Doug and Breezy's Daily Dish of the Week, but it's mine because I'm the fat slob, and you're not eating enough. You're working too much.
I am not eating enough.
You are working like they're overworking you. I mean, what time did you get off set last night?
1 a.m.
And I don't want to dismiss anyone. All the actors out there who want to work, of course, we all want to work. It's the greatest thing in the world, but it's exhausting. Like
Yeah.
I mean, and
This is one of my. I'm not a big complainer. This week was a lot for me, and I've been complaining.
And did you do night shoots?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
not
majority of them were night.
All right, but not full night shoots, half and half. You're doing splits, or you did
Yeah, well, we start in the day, go into the
Right.
night like we just did.
right. So
1
you're-
a.m.
Right. So I mean, it is exhausting, and especially the worst thing is I hate full night shoots. Like it's like when your call time is like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
and you're getting home at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
It's not.
I
it's not
think I
funny.
could deal with it if the level of comfortability was raised a little bit. You know what I mean? But they have new trailers and stuff like that. but like I just want to be comfortable. I don't mind, working because I love what I do, but like let's make it a comfortable place. The food, I never want to eat it. I mean, because I'll be 400 pounds if I eat
right.
chips and fucking donuts and cookies all day. Yesterday, I literally had 4, and I don't even eat sweets, but I had to keep myself going, and I had about 4 donuts and 4 ginger ales the entire day.
That's not good.
It's not good.
See, and I want, like for anyone listening out there, like when they think I gave Breezy jewelry, like I'm now going to bring food to Breezy's set because I do. I feel like Breezy's like my kid. I got to take care of her. So what I want to bring you, because where are you shooting? Like downtown, right?
It just depends. But yeah, we've been in East LA, which is.
So my place of the week is this place Giada, which weirdly enough is
It's Italian?
It's an Italian deli. They make just sandwiches, I think. I don't want to misquote this, but they
Are
have.
you not Italian?
I'm not Italian. I wish I was Italian.
You give me Italian vibes.
I feel Italian. Am I allowed to be Italian? I mean,
even Entourage gave me an Italian vibe.
I mean, I grew up with Italians and Jews, and we're very close and similar, and we like the same
but
foods.
Jews aren't as distinctive as Italians, right?
I don't know. That's for others to decide. I mean,
Well, I'm saying just off top. Like I said, I can't tell.
Yeah.
A Jew, but I could tell an Italian.
Well, I don't know.
Because I grew up around Italians as well.
Yeah.
So I know.
It depends. My neighborhood, I think you could definitely mistake the Jews and the Italians for each other. Our food is not nearly as good as their food.
I was going to say, but
sadly.
we can agree that the delis are.
I mean, our delis are good.
That's why I said Jews and Italians got good delis.
But Italians have just food that is just, and I did 23andMe. Because I just wanted to see that I had a little bit of Italian in me.
Need a confirmation.
Italy is my favorite place, which, by the way, one of our trips, maybe we'll go to Italy together.
My wedding.
Yeah, exactly. So, but Giada is on Melrose and like Western, and they have. I took my Italian friend Frankie Juvenello from New York, who came out last week.
That's a perfect Italian.
That
name.
is my
Juvenello?
boy. Yeah, that's. I grew up with a lot of perfect Italians, but this sandwich, this chicken parmesan sandwich, is everyone's. You like chicken parmesan? Yeah, all right.
I mean,
kind of sandwich you like?
I'll probably eat half of it.
What kind of sandwich?
It's the red sauce that bothers me.
All right. Well, they have everything else, turkey and chicken salad, but I'm the chicken parm guy. But we'll take you for that. Ted, did I take you there yet or no?
I have not been there with you.
You know what? Ted just blows me off.
Wait, what time do you go to this place? Because it's not as early as you go on the.
No. This is like you can go normal times.
Spot.
You can call. It's waiting for you. There's no thing. No, the bagel thing is the only weird thing I do. Which I did yesterday, by the way.
You don't have to take your own plate to this place.
I do not have to take my own plate. They provide it, and it's fabulous.
So what is it? Is it a must-have?
It is a must-have. Here in LA? My Italian friend went about the chicken parm. The turkey is great too. Now, just so you know, I know all the great sandwich places. Bay City Delis, Santa Monica, amazing. I've been going there for 20 years, so that's a good one. But this is a new one. You've
opened half of these places.
I've helped a lot of them, and I put a lot of them on Entourage. This one is new though, and it's actually my niece went to Michigan with the owner. So the place is great though. I want to take you there. They got meatball heroes, turkey sandwiches. Anyway, everybody
love food.
This menu, I'm looking at the menu right now.
Loves
this menu
food.
is making me so hungry.
It's not far from here, by the way. This is maybe a journey right after this. Unfortunately, I have to go to some freaking meeting that I don't want to go to. So, all right. Well, that is our daily dish of the week: Giada chicken parmesan. And when we come
Western and Melrose.
Western and Melrose. And when we come back, we're going to bring the goalie from Emmy-winning Ted Lasso on Mo, Jeudy-Lamour. All right. Welcome back, Hollywood Wayz. We have one of our first acting guests, which I'm excited about, Breezy. We haven't spoken to a lot of actors, but Mo Jeudy-Lamour. I said that correct, right?
Well done.
Yeah, my French is not good, but
in my head, I think Mo's my friend. Like I keep looking at him like I know this guy.
So Mo is currently on Ted Lasso, the hottest show in the world, which I also have a personal grievance with because I wrote a football show, and there's really never been a good one until this one. And right after I sold that show, Ted Lasso came out and is now taking over the world. So
there hasn't been a good football show?
Soccer.
Oh.
We have obviously Breezy has a great football show.
What about America? We're talking about UK football.
Yeah, you can't say
football.
Soccer there. They'll kill you if you say soccer.
Exactly.
So how you doing, Mo?
I'm good. Honestly, I'm living life.
Yeah?
Living life. Yeah.
What's going on? Tell me about it.
It's been actually crazy. I got back in July from the UK. And, we've had a lot of promos. The show came out. Season 2 has been crazy, and then we had the Emmys. We won 7 Emmys.
Yeah,
damn,
absolutely crazy.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Nominated for 20, won 7 of them.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big show, and that was for season 1, which I think season
Am I in
1.
the wrong country?
Right? Yeah, that's pretty good.
This is the number one comedy on television right now, streaming anywhere, and it's everyone I know is obsessed with it.
And in the time that it was out, it was like there was no other competition really. It was I think White Lotus was around it at the same time, but not for. I think it ended and we were at like episode 2 or 3. Something
they're
like
going to
that.
be for next year, right?
Exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
So I don't even know who you were up against. I lost a lot of Emmys, by the way.
Oh, for the I'm
some
saying
bad shows.
I'm saying not even like I'm saying we were airing. There was no other competition for season 2, so there was no one. And then Squid Game came out when we were like it was I think the last week, so it was fine. So but for so long, and Succession just started now, so there was nothing. So people really watched the show, which was great.
Yeah. So and did you go to the Emmys?
No, but Apple did a party for the people that were not invited, quote unquote, because of COVID. But or else we would have gone.
Right. So Mo plays the goalie on Ted Lasso. So tell me tell me about your journey before that. You're from I know you're from Montreal, correct?
Yep, I'm from Montreal. I was in university. You guys call it college. I played football there, American football.
A lot of different words.
Look, I was about to say what football?
Yeah. That's it. And so we were. I was doing that, and it was fun. I had a blast. I was doing my thing in college, and then I was also working to pay for school. I was working at Best Buy, and then I met this. Like I saw this cool-looking guy walking in, and I was like, "Oh, wait, I think I know that guy." And it was Orlando Jones. So I started talking to him. I'm like, "Yo, so like, what do you do? Like, what are you filming here?" He's like, "Oh, I'm filming this TV show, this and that." I'm like, "Oh, I knew the director." So I was like, "Oh, he did this and that and that." He's like, "How do you know directors like that?" And I was like, "Well, I love the business, I love acting, all that, but it's impossible to become an actor.
Yeah.
But I just love watching movies and stuff like that." And he was like, "Don't say that, dude. I'm right in front of you. It's very fucking possible." Can I curse on this?
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, it's very fucking.
We encourage it.
We encourage it. It's very fucking possible, dude. You should pursue it. Also, you're in Canada. Just go to Vancouver. There's not a lot of black people there, so you'll work all the
And
fucking
Orlando
time.
Jones is so cool.
He's the best.
He owes me $10.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you.
Yeah,
I owe him a
I
lot.
love him, though.
I owe him my career.
Yeah.
He's
amazing.
So you're 22, 21. You're still in college at this time.
I was probably like. 22, 23, something like that. Yeah.
And you haven't studied acting?
Never, nothing.
Okay, so you're at the Best Buy, you're showing
That's
him a
it.
phone, and Orlando Jones says you can do this. And
I'm not showing him a phone. No, nothing. We were just not even that. I think he was looking at movies, I think, actually.
Right.
And so he tells me all of that, and I'm like, all right, cool. That same summer, I moved to Vancouver. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to do it. My father also lives in Victoria, which is like an hour away.
Right.
So I moved to Vancouver. I try to do it. I get an agent quickly because there's not a lot of black people.
Now you gotta understand.
Not a lot of black people. So he was for real.
Yeah.
He was for real. And so I get an agent there, and I start auditioning for things that even now I would be like, yo, this is a big audition.
Yeah.
Like, this is fucking big. So I got like, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I was horrible.
Yeah.
I was really, really bad. I remember it was probably worst auditions I've ever been a part of.
Did you go to acting class? Anything?
So because I realized I was like, okay, no, I need to take
help.
classes. Yeah, I need help. So I started like taking a lot of classes over there. Had a blast in Vancouver. Moved back to Montreal, and then Montreal was kind of like, oh wow, you moved to Vancouver to pursue this, so you're for real about it.
Yeah.
So I started auditioning like crazy. Well, I got an agent pretty quickly because they were like, okay, you were in
Now,
Vancouver.
just so I want everyone who's listening out there, we've told Breezy's story, who, was at a barbershop and someone said, you'd be great. And now she's on Empire and All American.
Nice.
You're in the Best Buy. And I grinded my life away,
Yep.
like in
Yeah.
late night
Yeah.
stand-up comedy clubs and bullshit. So this
shit.
is not normal. This is not like the easy route. But how quickly do you actually get a job?
Oh no, it took me years. This happened in like 2009, 2010.
Okay, all
it's
right.
a long time ago. It's a very long time. I grinded a lot, and I got an agent. Her name is Chacha Da Vinci. To this day, she's still my agent in Montreal. I love her. She's like my second mom. She taught me so much. And I started auditioning. I did a little bit of extras also, like just to see like how it went and stuff like that, to be comfortable
get on set. And feel the energy, yeah.
That's the thing, you know. And I saw so many great actors work and like their process and stuff like that. And for me, I'm super inquisitive, so I was
about to say, I'm sure that helped you with your craft,
big.
like what to do, what not to do. And that's how I was when I first got on set, and I didn't know anything, and I just all I could do was sit and watch.
Yeah, and which is great.
Yeah.
I love doing that, and also you can also imagine yourself like, okay, now it's going to be me and I'm going to go and say my lines. You just imagine things, you know, just to prepare yourself.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was a fabulous time because I learned so much doing that. And now I'm so comfortable on set and I understand how it works way more than people who haven't worked a lot, but work more than I did.
And the classes don't teach you that.
They do not.
Classes
Yeah,
do not
they
teach
do
you
not.
that. Yeah, and it's like the experience is going to be the best.
Exactly.
So that was good for you.
Yeah, it was a blast. Honestly, I loved it. And then
what was the first thing you booked?
The
First job.
First thing I booked was a French TV show because I speak French, so I speak three and a half languages. So
you're Haitian. Your background is you're Haitian.
Exactly. Yeah. So my
and
mom,
by the way, a Jew.
yeah.
I'm proud to say.
It's like looking at me like.
Yeah.
and just to be very clear, Mo, I still don't know what it means to be a Jew.
To be a Jew.
We're gonna teach her.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm a Haitian Canadian Jew who speaks French with a French accent, but I live in Montreal, which no one has a French accent there because I went to a French lycée. I have alopecia. Like I'm like, and my name is Mohammed. So like I'm like
Muslim.
All
That's
over
Islam, yeah.
the place. I'm the only one on earth that has all of those things together. You know,
very cultured. I see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, I loved it. You know, a lot of people are like, okay, so what's your identity? I'm like, that's my identity. Like, that's it. That's all. You know, like I don't have any problems with who I am. I am who I am, and I never had to like learn who I was, or whatever. I just went with the flow, and
so this first job, this French movie.
Yeah, it was a French TV show. Yeah. It was cool. I didn't say much in it, but it was
a job.
It was a job.
And how did it feel to be on set?
It felt like, this is where I need to be.
Yeah.
It felt like that. I was like, yeah, this is it. Because, again, like I was telling Orlando Jones, like, movie buff to another extent. I watch everything. I used to watch when I was a kid, like 3 movies a day. To this day, I watch at least one, or I'll watch a show, or I'll watch a movie and I'll just watch things that I want to see in it and then move on. Or I'll have a movie playing and do something else.
And I think that's awesome because I think for everybody out there, like if this is a craft you want to be, you should study the great people and do this.
Absolutely,
And as Orlando, and by the way, the way we met, Mo texted me, or I think you commented on a picture that you.
So you posted a picture about Ted Lasso, and then I was like, oh my God, that's so. Moving back to what I was saying about like when I moved back to Montreal, I started working, and then at one point I started booking a lot of stuff, and I was like, I think I got to move to Toronto. Toronto is like the bigger city for acting, and there's a lot of American stuff shooting there, and so I moved to Toronto, and then as I was moving, I was watching Entourage in my car.
Right.
Because I was like, yo, this is what I'm pursuing. I love this show. This is one of the best shows I've ever seen. I love this show. It's my favorite show. And so to give me like the motivation, I would watch it, which is completely dangerous. Don't do this at home. But I was watching the show as I was driving to Toronto. It's a 6-hour drive.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. But
well, I wanted to get the story out, so I posted.
That's it,
Ted Lasso is obviously it's a great show. Jason Sudeikis is someone I have loved since Saturday Night Live, and I posted something about it winning the Emmy, and you commented.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, oh shit! Like the guy who created my favorite show and the reason why I've become an actor is watching me on TV. I always find that so crazy when I hear
that stuff keeps happening,
and it's so insane. I've heard so many people that I'm like, wait, what? That like apparently Brad Pitt loves our show. I'm like, yo, Brad Pitt saw me act.
Yeah,
you know, it's so weird. It's
well,
so
I mean,
strange.
that's the thing. When you get on a great show, Breezy's on a great show now. You know, the visibility is shocking, and you go from like I was nowhere to
I heard
all of a
Beyonce
sudden,
watches my show.
That's crazy.
Wow, how crazy is
well, stuff like that. I mean, I get your excitement because it is like, wow, what? You know, because until you get in it, you think that these people aren't normal.
Yeah.
We don't think the Dougs watch TV or the Beyoncés or Jay-Z. We don't think
There's
Brad
no way.
Pitt. You're not watching TV, but they actually are.
By the way, did you hear that, Foxman? She put me in the same sentence as Jay-Z and Beyonce. That was pretty good.
And Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Well, that I can see.
He
We
was
lookalikes.
When I got to work the other day, and they said that Brad Pitt had just used our set. I was like, I said he was here.
Right.
What's he doing?
That's crazy.
No, but it was just interesting that, you know, to just and you probably wouldn't feel that way being on your side, but on our side of things, it's kind of like, dang, like I'm in the same space. Like he was right there.
Yeah,
No,
but you know what? I
know?
totally get that feeling. I remember we were actually talking about it yesterday when we went to a Yankee game, and I met some of the Yankees, and they were talking about the show when it was on the air, and they said, don't tell us anything because we watch it live.
Yeah.
And these are guys that, like, I look at as these
You got their
giants.
baseball cards.
Yeah, and I'm like, they don't want to talk to me. They don't want to hang out with me. So it's
But
it's
truth
very
is,
cool.
they do want to talk
Yeah.
to you. Yeah.
And
When
it's
we went to LAFC, and then it was Cristo, the guy who plays Danny Rojas. He was next to me, and the guys on the pitch would come off to go to the locker room right before the game, and they looked at Cristo and they were like, and we're like, yeah, and we were like, yo, we play you.
Yeah.
No, we are in awe of you.
It's wild, and I think it all leads to the same thing: the mutual respect when people are doing great work, and whatever it is, it's good. So, and if you can find someone that can actually help you, like, what a blessing. So, did Orlando actually help at all? I mean, besides telling you to get out of the Best Buy?
Yeah.
I think that was the help. That was the help.
Did he buy? Did he give you? Did he buy some good
did
shit?
I get
or-
commission? Did I get some commission?
You know,
I don't even remember, but I think honestly, I was so happy, and I was like, yeah, that's where it kind of all started, you know. And then Montreal was great. I stayed in it, booked some stuff, and then again, my first it was French, and then auditioned for a lot of American stuff because I could fake an American accent, and so started booking, and then I booked X-Men. And I was like, oh shit, that's crazy,
Right.
And so I'm on X-Men, Days of Future Past, and the first day it's Omar Sy, who's Lupin, you know.
Yep.
He's on set. Hugh Jackman, Halle Berry, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, James Marsden, every single crazy actor.
what am I
was
doing
on.
here?
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence, everyone. I was like, oh my god, this is a crazy
did you
moment.
feel that you fit in? Did you?
No, of course.
Did you
I
get to a
didn't.
place and was everybody welcoming? And
So the thing is that first day, at the beginning, I was only Omar Sy's like stand-in, and then after that, I booked a part on it because you're on set all day, and then I could still audition because I was just a stand-in.
Right.
So I auditioned after that, and I booked a part because they were like, oh, it's Mo, give it to him,
Right.
you know.
Right.
But so the first day, I got to hang out with Omar. So did you watch Lupin? Mm-hmm. Did you watch Lupin? Mm-mm. It's a show on Netflix. Great show. He also won like the Oscar, the French Oscar. He's a French actor. He won the French Oscar over there for a movie. So yeah, he's huge over there, but he's not huge in Canada or America. So that was his like first big break for here. And so I see him, and he's like, his first scene, he's the one who has to like talk to Halle Berry, Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen. He has to be like, fuck you, no, I'm the boss here. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So he does it a few times, and then he comes to sit next to me, and I'm his stand-in, so I'm about to go. So I'm like, hey yo, bro, just to ask you in French, obviously. I'm like, are you nervous? He's like, bro,
Say it in French.
yeah.
I'll say
What
it,
is are you nervous in
So
French?
I was like, yo, est-ce que ça va? Est-ce que tu te sens comment? Est-ce que t'es nerveux?
I'm so jealous.
And then he's like, yo, j'ai envie de vomir. So basically, I was like, yo, are you nervous? Like, are you okay? And he's like, bro, I want to throw up right now. Like, he was super nervous.
Oh, because he had to do that in front of them.
Because he's like, yo, I'm working with like crazy people right now.
Legends, yeah.
So if he's saying that and he won a French Oscar, I was like,
Imagine how you feel.
yeah, exactly. I was like, oh shit, all right, cool. I'm
about to shit myself.
But the moment that happened, boom, me and him, we became
yeah.
super tight. He was super dope with me. He was the best. I showed him a bit of Montreal and stuff like that. But then Hugh Jackman, again, I'm very inquisitive. So to everyone, I would ask questions about like the business and how they do this, how they do that, what's their process and stuff like that. And Hugh Jackman told me two things. He was like, always say yes to everything, especially when you start. Say yes to everything. You'll get experience in anything you do.
I like that.
And then the second thing he said was, and which was the most important, and every day I see it happening, it's probably why I'm here. He said, always be a good guy. You will always work if you're a good guy.
Yeah.
I like that he said
I
that
agree
because
with
he's
that.
like, I'm just trying really hard to be a good guy here, but but I think it is important. It really is, and like,
It's so true.
there's a few people in this town that can be assholes and that are so big that they can get away with it, but for the most part, and I've watched some really talented people who've had great careers ruined because people don't like working with them.
Yeah.
And actually, Breezy and I, we have a mutual person who we won't mention that right now is going through some stuff because of their behavior, and very talented actor. But, it's important to do that. So let's talk about how Ted Lasso comes about. And I think for me, what's interesting, and Breezy is also, I think, can speak to this. When you're not the lead of a show, but you kind of, people start to, which Breezy kind of breaks out of the show where everybody's like, I love Coop. I want to hear more about that character. And I know from Entourage, I had all these other characters that I try to find space for. So tell me how did it come about, Ted Lasso?
So in Montreal again, when I was auditioning for a bunch of American things, there was this movie that they were filming about Jesse Owens in the 1936 Olympics, and my agent was like, it's going to be a super small part, but you should definitely do it because you're going to be on it for like 12 days. So you'll get experience and your part will grow. I was like, all right, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I do it, and then my first day I meet Jason because he plays our coach, and right away he's like roasting me. I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be like that. All right, perfect. And so boom, 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 we became super tight. I showed him all of Montreal, the good restaurants, all the Baroccos, the Bremner, the Santos, all the dope restaurants in Montreal. And he loved it, and then we kept in touch. He wrote a letter for me for my visa for me to move out here.
This is such a great story.
It's crazy. It's insane. He was the best. And then so later on I moved to LA. The week after I moved to LA, I book a play. I'm at the Pasadena Playhouse. I'm doing my thing there. It's been a blast. I had never even watched a play before, but I booked a play and I'm doing it, and I had so much fun. And then after that, a few years later, I'm always invited at the Pasadena Playhouse for the new openings, and so I always go. And then I get there and I see someone that I know with long hair. I'm like, yo, bro, that's fucking Jason. Jason, yo, what's up? He's like, oh my God, Mo, how you been? I'm like, bro, I invited you to my play. You don't show up, but you show up to this fucking play. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So we start talking shit, and then he's like, yo, by the way, I'm doing this show in London about a coach who's and I'm like, oh wait, isn't it Ted Lasso, the commercial that you did way back then for NBC when they got the rights for the Premier League? And he's like, yeah, that's the one. I was like, oh, that's so dope, dude. That's gonna be such a good show because you fucking killed it. You did so well. He's like, yeah, but yo, dude, I think that you could have some. I was like, yeah, sure, yeah, okay, cool. And we just started talking about movies and about relationships and about life, and then that's it. Peace out. And then a few months later, I got a call. I'm hanging out with a buddy. I see a call. I'm like, what the hell? Who is that? Studios, Burbank. He's like, yeah, yo, it's Sudeikis. Just you're gonna have an audition pretty soon. Who should I reach? I was like, bro, what? You for real? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, sick. Okay, cool. I tell them my agents. They get the emails, blah, 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 blah. And then he helped me for the audition. He was like, okay, so what's the first line? Okay, cool. He helped me out.
Jason Sudeikis is the greatest human being ever, besides having the most popular comedy on television.
Legit.
That's amazing.
He's the best human being. Yeah. No, but Jason will tell you straight up, this is the best version of him. Ted Lasso is legit best version of who he really is. And that's who he's like. Basically, it's like, if you picture yourself as the best person, this is what you should be doing. Like, right. You should be like that. And he's amazing. And also, I don't know if anybody watched the last episode and all of season 2, but I can't wait to see how they're going to show the world how a good person reacts to someone backstabbing them.
Right.
I can't wait to see. I don't even know what's going to happen.
Right. So
I can't wait to see.
So you're starting season 3 filming in January.
Yeah.
You've given me a little bit, not plot-wise, which I try for Breezy on All American. She gives me nothing. But you said you can't talk about the plot. But Jason's told you you're going to have more stuff, which clearly Jason, when he says something, that happens. So are you excited and waiting? You can't wait to get your hands on these scripts?
Absolutely. I can't wait. Also, it's just going to be fun to be back in London with my friends, the friends that I've made from the show and stuff like that. So it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to be back.
Yeah, well,
can't wait to play.
I mean, it's just such a great story. And my football soccer show with Thierry Henry, who was on Ted Lasso, it's just all like being thrown in my face.
Did he tell you, by the way?
This should tell you. Keep writing. Keep it going.
But well, I should have written faster, but we're still alive with that. It's a little different.
I think it's still cool when it's like a show that opens the door to like, oh yeah, you can be at other football shows.
Oh no, I'm actually kidding. This is totally different tone. Totally like ours is a gritty kind of dramatic look, and a lot of the stuff that Thierry's been through in his life, and the racism and all of those things that happen in professional Premier League football. So, but anyway, we'll talk about that later. But soccer, soccer. It's I like the word soccer. I don't know.
Yeah, but by the way, Thierry Henry was the coach of Montreal, the soccer team in Montreal, and he's friends with Jason. Yeah. So my character name is after him.
Yeah,
I know. Literally after
exactly.
him. Yeah,
I know that. And it's amazing. You were talking about before about when people are famous like somewhere else and not here. Yeah. And when Thierry, Thierry was in the Entourage movie, and there were the fans that like knew who he was, and then there were people like, who is this guy? And I convinced him that day to get on Twitter on the Entourage set. No way. He had 1 million followers by the end of the day.
No,
I'm not even kidding. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I can't get anyone to follow me. That's crazy. Yeah, but it's a great story, crazy. Mo, and I can't wait to see what you do in season 3. We're really excited, and so Mo and I, though, which we talked about earlier on the show, this restaurant Giada that I took you to, which you didn't eat, unfortunately, because you had already eaten.
Yeah.
But that's the place with the chicken parmesan sandwiches. That's amazing. But
I tried to go last week actually, but it was closed. It closes early or something like that.
We'll do it again, and I'm going to take you to Courage Bagels because that's from Montreal. Like
bagels again.
But that's a Montreal.
Here go the bagels.
Yeah.
He's also a Jew. He's got to. We will all do a field trip together. But Mo, can't thank you enough for coming on. This was great.
Thank you for having me.
I can't wait.
Congrats, man.
Thank you so much. Congrats to you too. You
thank you.
Killing it.
Thank you. I'm listening to you, and I'm just smiling because I some of the same things were like happening for me.
Right.
So it's just like, wow. So it's not that rare.
But we
got 2 out of 2 right here.
It's the craziest thing that I realized is saying my story for stuff that I've been on right now, like for interviews and stuff like that. I realized that the number one thing that I've always done is listen to people.
Yeah.
Like listen to advice.
Yeah.
Like if someone tells me like, yo, you should do this. You should be a good guy. You should you should move to Vancouver. And like when I moved from Montreal and I moved to Toronto and I worked in Toronto for a long time. I was like, oh, this is a dope city. I love it. And I moved back to Montreal just for work. And then somebody that I met, his name is Josh Hopkins, who's an actor who's on Cougar Town. He played the husband of Courtney Cox. Hilarious guy. He was filming a movie in Montreal, and he was telling me, he was like, yo, you're good. You're a great actor. You're a good guy. If you stay here, you'll have a blast. You'll work all the time because it's easy to have roles like where you play an American guy in Canada, but you'll work.
Yeah.
But if you want to win the Super Bowl, you should move to LA.
Right.
Fucking move to LA and book the play right away. It's like, so the number one thing, if I can give any advice to anybody, just fucking listen.
Yeah. Well, to the right people.
To the right
you don't want to end up with like a bag of Coke in your pants, like while you're trying to cross the border.
Oh my God.
All right, so listen to the right people. Yeah. So, but anyway, great advice, great story. We're all watching Ted Lasso and loving it, and God bless the UK.
Yep, for real. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
All right, welcome back, Hollywood Wayz. That was cool.
Amazing story.
And I think it's great. Like nowadays, when you can meet someone on Instagram and you can start a relationship with them, you can get a chicken parm hero with them. It's nice.
I love to hear organic stories.
Yeah, me too.
Like that was a blessing.
And you know what I really love, and I want to know if this has ever happened in your life, like to hear Jason Sudeikis, who I really do believe before Ted Lasso, I thought was one of the great comic minds going in the world right now. From Saturday Night Live, I loved him. But to hear that he met him, followed up with him, has really helped him. And it's working for both of them, obviously, because he's talented. Has anyone in your life ever, you had some big star that kind of took a shine to you?
I actually had a few. And I think the most memorable, too, the first one I remember I hadn't been on TV, but I hadn't appeared maybe but 2 episodes on Empire. And I get a call from the team that I was working with at the time telling me that Steven Spielberg wanted to meet me.
Steven Spielberg.
What?
Spielberg.
A Jew, by the way.
Jesus.
Steven Spielberg. Wait, slow down. Steven Spielberg saw Empire and wanted to meet.
Yeah, listen, I could not come up with a reason why he wanted to meet me. And before I knew it, I'm like, yeah, cool, I'll do it. And the thing about me is that I wasn't like Mo. I wasn't watching everything. I knew who he was, but I didn't know deeply who he was. Right. You know what I'm saying? This whole thing was new to me.
Does he want to meet me?
This whole thing was new to me. So he flew me out. It was first class. I mean, everything
What?
was top tier.
He flew you out where?
Flew me to New York. I had a car pick me up, take me to Tribeca. The car then took me to my hotel to check in.
This is much worse than a necklace, and I wonder if his wife was worried about it.
It took me to dinner. The car took me to dinner by myself. I'm like, what is
the
going on?
car took you to dinner, like Kit from what was that show? Ted?
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider.
Yeah, and then I ended up, in a meeting with him, and it was just him and I. And he told me that I made him want to make movies again, and that he wanted to know everything like about me, where I was from, and what have I gone through. And I was just like,
that is.
I'm literally talking to him the way I'm talking to you, and it was just a cool vibe. And
but the difference is, which is funny, and it's why you have this kind of awesome innocence about you. But like Spielberg has been a guy like my idol for 35 years. So if I was sitting in a room with him, I'd be like,
Yeah.
But you're like, okay, this guy seems like a nice guy,
Yeah.
and I suppose he's pretty talented. That's what they're
Yeah.
telling me. But how was the meeting? I mean,
the meeting was amazing. Like, he told me that he grew up in a predominantly black environment, and that he worked in a barbershop sweeping hair as a kid. And, so we related on many different levels. And he was just so like in awe about that. And he was like, we got to figure something out. Like, I got to get back into this. He's like, he hadn't felt like he wanted to make films anymore.
so has he given you a job yet? I don't know.
Not yet.
Why
Not
not
yet.
crying?
Hopefully so.
But by the way, from what I've heard about him, whatever it's true, I've actually never met him. Even though I did. By the way, the Harriet Tubman book that I found, we sold to Spielberg's company. So he wasn't really involved, but HBO ultimately passed on it with Viola Davis attached to play Harriet Tubman 9 years ago, by the way. Good move. But anyway, I think that would have been a pretty good show. But that's a special moment. And I believe from what I hear.
When I tell people that, people are like, what?
I
Nobody
believe he's a guy we'll
nobody
follow up.
believed me. Like, nobody really believed me, because there's people who have been doing this, for 20 years and that have never got
I'm one
an
of them.
invite.
I'm one of them.
This is what I'm saying.
30 years. I'm
Yeah.
not like 35.
And
I'm a Jew.
The second
Nobody
guy,
cares.
guy was Spike Lee, and I was just like, okay, but just like Mo, that kind of let me know, okay, you're doing something right. There's something.
What happened with Spike?
He wanted to meet me.
So was there a plane and a car that took you to
There
dinner?
was not. There was not. Somebody who knew him seen me at the hotel that I was staying at. And before I knew it, they were there, and it was like, hey, Spike wants to meet you. And I said, Spike who? I don't know Spike. I don't know a Spike. Right. It's like Spike Lee. And I'm like, okay. I was outside doing something. I was like, can he come outside? And they're like, big old security guards looking at me like, can he come outside? I'm like, yeah. He comes outside.
I need everyone just to understand who's listening. If you're not watching, the Breezy has this way about her that you might listen to this and go, what the fuck is going on? You do, though. You have this thing about you that is so lovable and so innocent, and you're not trying to get anywhere with anybody. You're just being. And, it's important to grind your way, but it's also important to, just be a real person and be an authentic person. And I think that's who you are. I did a show with Spike Lee, unfortunately.
See, you didn't miss that boat.
HBO also passed out. Well, I brought him on that. Mike Tyson and I came up with an idea, and we got John Ridley to write it. Spike directed it. John Boyega was the star of that HBO show.
Boyega, is he Italian?
This was no, he's not.
What is
he? He's African American. And
What? I love that last name.
He's fucking awesome. And we shot that pilot, but HBO ultimately passed on that as well. What can I tell you? I don't know what to tell you. So it isn't all working out for everybody, but we grind and we go. And I love the story. It's awesome. I love Mo's story, and I'm glad we got together today.
Yeah.
I hope you wear that necklace proudly.
I am.
All right, good. Well, that wraps up another episode of Hollywood Wayz. We will come back with a movie. We're not sure.
Yes, sir.
Paperboy.
Paperboy's out. I'm just done.
I paid for it.
Doug
I paid
doesn't
$4
wanna-
to
Did you
rent
watch it?
I didn't watch it
Doug
yet because
doesn't
I
wa-
wasn't
he doesn't-
sure.
He doesn't want to watch it.
On my life, I will watch it. If you watch Hollywood Shuffle, I'll watch it. And I want to get, maybe you could reach out too. I reached out to Robert Townsend, who wrote and directed Hollywood Shuffle.
He's my cousin.
Is that a joke?
No, it's not a joke.
What?
Robert Townsend.
Well, you
Hello?
got to get your cousin. You
Yeah.
got to get him. It would be awesome to have
He's
him
not
on
my
here.
cousin. He's not my
He
cousin.
he is not mine either, but I texted him on DM. I'm hoping we can get him. He actually is directing the new Wonder Years now, I saw, and
Yeah.
he's got a Netflix thing coming. And
I'll
he's-
reach out to him.
He's really an awesome guy. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and check out Ted Lasso, which everyone is, and there'll be a new football soccer show soon, I promise you. We'll talk soon.